Yeah.
Okay, this is an interesting one here. From Liam, question: do you think Low-Key gets a lot of unnecessary heat in wrestling, especially from the smart marks? What's up, K100 Crew? This is my first time sending an email, but I've also been a huge fan of the podcast. Question is mainly directed at Konnan because of his affiliation with them over the years, and also DI for his experiences with the stance of the internet wrestling marks. It seems to me that Low-Key is the one wrestler that whenever his name is mentioned on the internet, you always have fans making fun of his seriousness, bringing up backstage stories that they heard secondhand, or trashing him for being stiff. Blows my mind that fans throw shade and get triggered at a wrestler for being too physical and intense when they are watching to believe, while they praise bad comedy and blatant choreography. We need more Low-Keys in the wrestling business today. Guys who take their craft serious and have pride in their performance. I'm a huge fan of him for being one of the realest ones in wrestling. It seems as though he's anti-snowflake, which is another plus. Thank you guys for your time. Love the show. I want to answer this first. I was a big fan of Low-Key in TNA and Impact and stuff because he's a great character. And Triple X is one of the most underrated teams. If you go back and look at what they did in TNA and in a short period of time, it was incredible stuff. I always liked him because he sounded like a grown-ass man. He worked like a grown-ass man. But after TNA, there's just way too many stories of him being difficult to work with, and that he's in one of the most arguably disturbing videos I've seen a guy be in when he kicked that kid right in the head and knocked him out cold.
Yeah, the guy's name
and then
was,
didn't take care of him.
Yeah,
and it's just, and I can't unsee that. And I think everybody knows about that video and has seen it. And to me, that's one of the most unprofessional things I've ever seen anybody do. And it's like, but that being said, I'd give him a pass on that. And I would, MLW uses him like one of their top guys because he's extremely talented, And but yeah, that's why there's stories and they've been told, and like you hear people on podcasts burying him and other wrestlers burying him.
Yeah,
I never had a problem with him ever. But I did have a problem watching that video, and it was very hard to watch, So
it's interesting for this guy to say, like, fans make fun of his seriousness or bring up backstage stories and stuff. When Low-Key was the first Ring of Honor champion, Low-Key was super over in the early days of TNA and the X Division and the Triple X and stuff. He was one of those. He was like Daniel Bryan and Punk. He was in that clique.
Let me just say something. Yeah, he's one of the greatest ever. His character's great. His work is great. His persona, his ferociousness, he's incredible. But like Disco says, he's had problems. I remember when I went to Ring of Honor, I went to do an angle with Cornette and Homicide, okay, and Corino. And I was like, bro, it was like around Christmas. And I told Gabe Spakowski, whatever his fucking name.
Gabe Sapolsky.
Yeah. I was like, yo, why don't we turn off the lights? And when I show up against Cornette, it's me, Homicide, and Low-Key. I'm telling you that place is going to go crazy. And he was like, nope, I can't work with Low-Key. I go, bro, fuck you. Think about the people, Nope, I can't work with Low-Key, bro. And I couldn't get him out of there. When I was in TNA the first time, it was going to be Homicide, Hernandez, and Low-Key. And he had mega heat with Dutch and Joe and Jeff. They wouldn't put him in the group. He can be very difficult to work with. He can't take liberties. He takes things way too seriously sometimes. Now, as he's older and I have a better rapport with him, he's a lot easier to work with. But, he can be a little extra at times.
The funniest story.
But he's a very smart guy, bro.
He is,
very smart guy.
I was always a fan of him.
Had you heard of his...
And one of the best characters in wrestling, bar none. Go ahead.
Had you heard of his issue with New Japan and what led to his, ending the relationship there?
Told him not to wear that outfit, and he did?
Yeah, he was wearing like a suit and tie, like the Hitman character in the video games.
Cleaner kind of, yeah, right?
Yeah, and they said, New Japan didn't want him to wear that. And he wore it anyway, and I always thought that was just, quirky, funny. Like, well, why would you just wear your trunks then,
Right.
I don't know why he was so attached to that outfit, or gear or whatever.
Right. And it's New Japan isn't known for like firing people, you know what I'm saying? So he must have really pissed him off.